So
Crypto science,
All right, we're recording now. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. We're number one in science. But yeah,
We're the party of science.
the
Yeah.
party of science. So I'm looking at my crypto investment and
Doing great, right? Yeah.
doing great. The market is down 13%. Just the market itself.
Yeah.
It's now what I will say, Cardano still just smashing ADA. It just didn't care.
Yeah.
Elon didn't affect that whatsoever. But I need you to explain to me why Elon Musk is in charge of my money all of a sudden.
Dude, that's the question on everyone's mind.
Yeah, why? So why is this guy
He's power tripping so hard right now. It's so great. You know he loves it. He's just on his phone like, oh, I'm gonna tank this shit. Yeah. He he goes on Bit7, he's like 100x short and tweet, and he's just like,
yeah.
Yeah, he just opens up a leverage short. Yeah.
But he's obviously a Fed. What the fuck, man?
I think at this point it's clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go in Elon Musk gets all his money pretty much from what does he get it from, the fiat loan?
He's weird. It's like, it's so weird to me because he's like this supposedly revolutionary guy, and I'm not a hater. I'm not like a fan. I'm kind of in the middle on,
same,
but how are you revolutionary if the entire U.S. government and financial apparatus is just subsidizing all your companies that have like not been too profitable? No.
Yeah, and it's like hope. They're just like inhaling hopium when they invest in Elon Musk.
So it's just weird to me how like, clearly there's something else going on. I think it's probably like the CIA Latin American coup thing, where they're like, oh, what? This guy's like, we also like taking precious metals from from Bolivia. Like, you down, dude? Yeah. So
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, but he's definitely. But also, he's just a wild card, because of like we're obviously pretty aligned with the whole pandemic thing. How he's like, fuck this, this is so dumb.
Yeah, that's that's where they lose me a little bit because I'm like,
what? Yeah.
Shouldn't he be going along? Shouldn't he be going along with like the pandemic shit if he's a Fed? You know what I mean?
Well, I think he's just like autistic as fuck, dude. Like, I think that's. I don't know.
Doesn't he actually have Asperger's?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
I love how SNL tanked Dogecoin though. Everyone just thought it was gonna pump.
You called that.
I did. I though.
Because you told me, and this might be insider trading. I didn't do it because it's not tradable on Coinbase. I didn't do it, but you were like,
it is now.
It
is now.
Yeah, of course it is now. Yeah, and but you told me, you're like, oh, it's gonna fucking shit after Saturday Night Live. It's gonna just go to shit.
Okay, I did. All right.
Why? And I sounded smart at work talking to the guys. Like, really? So I was no. Now I stole valor from you, and which I do. Cool. I do multiple times a week.
I still valor from you too. It's
oh yeah.
Baseball valor.
Yeah. Hey, did you know Edgar Martinez batting average in 1994? Yeah, my friend just told me this. Yeah. And yeah.
Chad Bradford's closing ERA was so.
It was
crazy.
A strike shortened season, but I mean, I thought it was sustainable. There's many models that would confirm. But I know. It's crazy, but Ethereum's below 4K now.
Isn't that crazy though? How like, below 4K? What a terrible mark! Like, isn't it like 200 like a couple of years ago?
Dude, I'm so fucking mad because I could have bought that shit when it was under $1,000.
Of course, dude. Of course.
No problem. I think it was under 500 at a point when I was first getting into this shit. And give me a sec. I gotta close my fucking door, dude. This fucking leaf blower is singing the song of his people right now.
Yeah. We're still live. Yeah. Anyone? How many people are watching this? Hang on. Let me see if I can. If you stream on YouTube, it's gonna be weird.
But yeah, like it's nuts. The like it was. I should have bought Ethereum and just chilled with it for a long time. I got too crazy with it, but like Bitcoin's under 50K now, which again, crazy. Like even that's like an L for Bitcoin. Like, shout out libertarians. You know what I mean? Libertarians, Bitcoin's under 50K. What are you going to do? It's like, hold on.
This is the story with these guys. Literally is that they always they always try like, oh man, it dropped 20%. Isn't that crazy? It's like, yeah, it's up like fucking 50,000%.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
crazy.
Like it's up, and
Mhm.
like, yeah, for me, I remember I hit you yesterday. I was like, what would you do? Do you think I should like kind of just make this cash and
Mhm.
and see what happens? And there were a bunch of people in like these group chats already, and they're kind of just like surface level
Mhm.
crypto like holders and stuff. And they're like, yeah, I need to get out. And I was kind of like, I mean, hey, I don't know how much
If
you put
you
in. Yeah, I don't know how much you put in, and if you're that scared, I can't tell you what not to do. But
The magic
yeah,
number is 46K. If we lose 46K,
for Bitcoin,
yeah, it means now I'm still long term bullish. I still think we'll see 100K Bitcoin at
yeah,
some point. I don't care too. I don't give a fuck. I'm not like attached to. My brother was like, "Do you really think it's like should be worth that
yeah.
much?" I'm like, I don't care. Like
Well,
but it's like,
you scalp, so that
yeah,
just
yeah.
you're riding the highs
Mhm.
and lows of it.
But if you see it peak below 46K, I would get out and buy back in at a later date. That's just
Yeah.
me. Um, unless there's some crazy fake out. My boy in Chart Champions, he longed. He said he took the he was so pissed at Elon, and he took the largest long of his life. He said, and this is a guy that deals
Damn.
with like millions of dollars of Bitcoin or whatever, right?
Uh,
He said he took the largest long of his life at 46K because that's the swing failure pattern it's called, where it'll if there's like Bitcoin's at a level here, and
mm-hmm.
then it like if on the upside, like if it tries to break that level and then it crashes straight down, that's a swing failure pattern. That means everyone was trying to long, and
Oh,
smart people with tons of money were like, nope, fake out, and they just like tanked it, right? So the opposite happens on the short side. So it was a swing failure pattern on the short side where everyone's like, oh, because everyone's like, oh my god, it's crashing. I'm gonna open up a leverage short, and then boop, just bounces off
yeah.
46K. So he said, and then it pumped 10%. Dropped 20%, pumped
Mm-hmm.
10%. So he's like, he made money counter betting Elon
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah. Well,
and
that's the thing. So what I'm wondering is, are these big traders, like these big traders, watching SNL and going, I got to take a short right here? Is that's what's happening,
uh
or are people
for
just going
SNL
like,
for well, that's Doge. Are you talking Bitcoin? I
I
think
mean,
what's
it
happening with
happens, right? Well, okay. Elon then said that Tesla's not going to honor Bitcoin or something like that, right? Isn't that what?
that's the Bitcoin thing.
Okay,
What I
okay.
think
What I'm
happened,
saying is
yeah,
replace SNL with that. Okay,
yeah.
and then like, do you think people are just like, well, I got to sell now? Like, was that what they were?
I think that the the reason Bitcoin is 50K now, or it's even this high to begin with, is because tons of institutional support, hedge funds and billionaires and shit, uh, propped it up. They were buying at 3K and they pushed it all the way up this high, right?
Mm-hmm,
And like it's more popular than it's ever before, and there's all this focus on it and all this shit, right?
mm-hmm.
And so that reason, yeah, so that's the reason why. So now when Elon comes out, and these are institutional guys, right? Like
Right.
business people, when Elon comes out and says like it's not clean energy, which we could talk about that too, if that's true or not, kind of thing.
Right.
Um the what am I saying? The all the institutional guys. So that's like a scar on like no one wants to be associated with Bitcoin if it's not green in this modern era,
Yeah.
right? Of like neoliberal woke capitalism or whatever, right?
Yeah. We just want to buy the
Um,
shitty lithium battery fucking Tesla
exactly.
cars
Yeah,
that we could
yeah.
virtue signal with.
Made in a
Let
coal
them.
powered plant, powered by coal powered fucking
Yeah.
supercharger stations and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, it's
And then by their logic, an anti-mask fucking COVID guy. So whatever. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
stupid.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Stupid.
so I think like the reason it tanked was because if institutions didn't want it to drop, it wouldn't drop basically. And then what happens with whenever there's a huge move on Bitcoin, like yeah, it's because of Elon, quote unquote,
Right.
right? But really, what the way Bitcoin works is, and we've been we've battled in the 100x leverage market
Right.
and stuff, right? Is because Bitcoin allows for crazy leverage and liquidations. And so there's always fresh liquidation meat in the market. And
Mm-hmm.
leverage is controversial, and I think it's bad and good. If it can be bad, it can be
Right.
good. For most people it's bad. And I've definitely, blown bit 7 accounts on leverage and shit, right? And
Mm-hmm.
but what happens is with these liquidations, it's actually how you can make a lot of money on Bitcoin is by
Right.
knowing this is long or short. These like liquidation will get hit at like 54K,
Oh.
and then that'll trigger another one at, so it'll have this cascading effect of panic selling. That's why it's so volatile. That's what makes it good for traders, but that's what makes it bad. That's why like people are like, it's not a currency. And it's like, you're right. It's a fucking Ponzi scheme, and it's based on 100x leverage liquidations and stuff.
Exactly.
And
I hate when people use that. Like, you remember
yeah,
that thing I posted the other day where I was like, "What is your aversion to Bitcoin?" Like, if you're some like leftist that wants
yeah,
everything,
dude.
all of a
Yeah,
sudden you care about ethical consumption, by the way, and then like
yeah.
what are these people? And they're like, well, it's not a real currency. You're never going
It's
to
the
get some
exact same
value.
thing as the GameStop thing. They got shown up, but like this
Yeah.
is a cool thing that
Did you know the GameStop guy, the one guy
yeah,
that pumped a bunch of money into it, owned 3 Applebee's? You're like, I don't fucking care.
yeah.
Like, none of this matter. Chase
He
the
didn't own a
fucking
hedge
bag.
fund. Yeah,
Chase
he
the
did.
fucking bag.
Yeah, exactly.
These socialists who probably already have the bag, a lot of them,
A lot of them. Yeah,
yeah. Well, I'm not, and look, some people are like waiters at restaurant. I'm not saying all of them, but
yeah.
there are some fucking people that make like 160K a year that are like Marxists that are like, you should not do this.
It's
Like,
so
and
or
it's like, yeah,
honest.
yeah, it's
It's
dumb.
so funny to me how. Well, I'm kind of, dude. I'm kind of like a. I don't know. I feel like I'm not. It's funny how like we all have beliefs about. I'm getting like this is like some new age spiritual shit, but it's like we all have beliefs about money. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us think of money as bad, especially like the left socialist types.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, our monetary policies and capitalism and stuff are arguably very bad in its way. But we also know the more money you have in your personal life, usually, well, to an extent, like the better your life is when you're not struggling to
Right.
make rent and shit, right? So it's this weird conflicted thing. And there's this martyr thing, like where people like they feel they can't be, well, they either feel they can't be middle class or rich or anything, right? Because that would make them a bad person or a bad leftist, or they are that already. They make that much money, so they have to like virtue signal harder for their PM, to cover up for their PMC job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Seem Taleb talks about how he was, because he's like a capitalist bro, right? Like, market maker, trader bro,
Right.
right? And options guy. And he went on some radio show, some famous, like some woman who's like now dead. And she's like, you're a market capitalist. He's like, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, how dare you, and blah blah blah. And then she died, and he said, he's like, I didn't tell this story for like 15 years because I never will talk shit about someone who recently died,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But like, he's like, this bitch was worth like 20 mil if like
He, like,
trust fund.
he said
Yeah, and it's
15
like,
years. Okay.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk some-
exactly, dude. And it's like, so you know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's so hypocritical. Like, okay, money, capitalism's bad. Give up your trust fund.
I just picture him. I just picture him
like,
waking up and like a calendar, and he goes, "Oh my god, I can tell the story today."
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
takes off his 19 masks,
yeah.
and then he's
It's
like, "I can tell the story."
dude. That dude's hella weird. I love him, but also I'm like, yo,
You know who's a big fan is Jeff Vandrew, who we're gonna
for
have on
sure,
pretty
dude.
soon. He's like a
But Nassim
he's just like, yeah, he's just cringe as fuck. Like,
he's
yeah.
just crazy, dude. He's just fucking. But he is a G, and by G I mean genius. But
Yeah.
but he hates Bitcoin now, so it's like, yeah, I can't wait for Jeff, dude. But yeah,
Yeah.
so like liquidations trigger these massive moves in the market. These stop loss hunts, long and short squeeze, long
Mhm.
squeeze. And so like what Daniel from Chart Champions is the group I follow, who is definitely like just good trader.
Right.
He's an expert at being like, oh, but he'll like that. He's just got balls of steel. He's like, oh, Bitcoin tanked 20% all long here at this level, with
Mhm.
with $2 million worth of Bitcoin, and if I lose that trade, whatever, I lost it, but then it pumps 10%. I'm like, holy fuck, that's crazy,
Yeah.
So if you know what but fucking 95% of traders don't know how to do that, right?
Right.
They don't know about, so they just get wrecked. And
Me, yeah, basically.
yeah,
That's that.
but the thing is, if you're worried about your US dollar value, just put it on a trading exchange. I don't know, like Binance or Bybit, or any of the main trading exchanges.
Uh-huh.
And if it looks like it's going to tank, or you're worried, or even if it doesn't tank, you just open up a 1x short for your entire balance.
Mm-hmm.
If you got 10 grand in Bitcoin, open up a 1x short, and you would still have 10 grand now if it crashed. Your Bitcoin value, you would make Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin would be worth less, but it would be exactly matching the amount that you started the 1x short at.
Oh wow.
So if you had 10 grand worth of Bitcoin and you 1x shorted the 56K level and it crashed 20%, you would have made a bunch of Bitcoin. And then if you would have got out of that short at 46K, if you magically knew how to get out of that short at 46K,
Mm-hmm.
then you would have made a 10% profit just on holding Bitcoin, not even longing it, but just on holding it spot from 46K to 49K or 50K or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also the reverse is that true. If you had 10 grand in Bitcoin and you opened up a 1x short and it pumped 20%, you would lose Bitcoin, but your US dollar value would be worth. So it's a hedge. It's a hedge. It's the perfect hedge.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want to withdraw, if you don't want to convert to US dollar, just open up a 1x short.
Right.
And yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And yeah, I'm kind of big. I'm just riding Ethereum right now. And
Ethereum's, I think it's gonna. They all have their problems, but I think it's gonna flip Bitcoin at some point. I'm a fan.
Flip it? Like,
maybe not in terms of dollar value, price per coin, but definitely in terms of like maybe transactional volume and use cases and stuff like that. It'll definitely be the next. Yeah, it's the more active pair.
Yeah.
And yeah, the dominance, the Ethereum dominance.
I have 0.45 Ethereum. I feel great.
That's fucking dope. Yeah.
I could have had like 45 Ethereum if I bought it when I wanted to buy it.
Yeah. Crazy that, a good handful of Ethereum is worth 100 grand now. That's crazy.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I know. That's how we're gonna do it. That's how it's gonna go.
There'll be other shit coins to 10x. Always. There's always another. Yeah.
There's always another one. And I was one guy at my work got his Coinbase hacked.
Damn, beta.
I was calling bullshit on this because he was like, we were talking about cryptocurrency. He was like, hey, clear your Coinbase. I was like, why? He goes, I lost everything. And I was like,
damn.
What'd you have linked to it? He said, my checking account. I'm like, okay.
So he got hacked.
That's what I'm saying. Your checking account got hacked. Or your phone or something. They
must have sent it to some other address or something. Yeah, I don't know. But I will say, dude, Coinbase is kind of trash. They have zero customer support, basically.
Hold on. Stop the thing. Somebody came into this holy institution in the chat. Cale Henderson says, go San Francisco Giants. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me put on my glasses here. Here it says that.
Oh, I see your background.
Go SF Giants.
E40 has entered the chat.
No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go San Francisco Giants. Okay.
They are raw this year.
They're very good. Yeah. I'll say this right now. Very good baseball team. Gabe Kapler, good coach. Good coach. Kapler. They hired. Hey, you're welcome. They hired Billy Bean's basically protege.
Really?
Farhad Zaidi, I think is his name.
What?
And he's basically just like a total analytics moneyball bro.
Big CD, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, not quite different part of the world, but they're good.
Their pitching is arguably better than ours.
Yeah, and that ballpark too. Just like that's how you build a team to build the ballpark. Like you're in this ballpark, right? You're gonna play there 81 games out of the year.
What's special about it for them?
Well, one, you have the fucking San Francisco night air where the ball just does not. It's like opposite. It's like inverse Coors Field. It's like if you were to go to a different. If you're in Coors Field,
inverse Oakland, even.
We'll say exactly right. It's a bridge apart from each other, and but you get to the point where say you're at Coors Field and you're like the ball's flying out of here and you're like, what is this in the wall? Is this a third dimension? And you went through there and then you landed at like AT&T Park and you're like, the ball doesn't go anywhere here.
It's like a wet blanket. It's just like
he said let's do that ring count.
The A's still got roasted.
The A's have rings. I mean, the A's have
Yeah.
rings. What do you want me to say? I mean, you want to do the ring count? Yeah, we got to blow some dust off ours, Kale. We got to blow some
Yeah.
dust off
Yep.
of our rings here and there. I'm not going to say we don't. I'm not going to say we've been
Yeah.
not been failing in the playoffs.
Yep.
But you're looking at a team that maybe Las Vegas gets to have, and I think we're pretty excited about where we
Yeah.
are.
Speak on the man. That's so sad.
Well,
Oh,
it's the city of Oakland. I don't understand how
Yeah.
people can blame. Like they're like,
hella people are blaming Oakland. They're saying they're pretending to put up a fight, but
oh, the
they're
A's.
like
Yeah,
the
oh,
A's.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh, like we tried, but like
I mean, it's
you know,
billionaire bullshit. In my opinion, build
Yeah.
your own stadium. Like build your stadium. Like you have
BYOS,
four. You have
yeah.
you have like 4 to 5 billionaires, and they're like, how are we gonna build the stadium?
they don't want to fucking. They never want to.
They're looking at each other like, okay, like the
Cuban
like
would build-
Zoolander,
Cuban
like
would build it.
Zoolander. It's like Zoolander
Yeah.
going like, is this a center for ants? Like hitting the computer,
Yeah, yeah.
like or like the fucking thing, or the files are in the computer, just doing some
Yeah.
dumb shit. Like build your own stadium. Like I do think that that's true. Buy the land, build the stadium. Like why else are you a billionaire?
Yeah.
Well, I get it to be publicly funded, but like
Yeah.
I mean that is why. I mean that's why it's the ultimate racketeer being a billionaire.
Yeah.
But like the I think they are going to move to Vegas. That's the sad part. They are going to move to Vegas.
Oakland will have 0 teams.
Nothing.
Oakland will have-
Zero T and 0 teams.
Yeah. Man, it could be Jack London fucking square though, dude. That's
Remember
so
that
sick.
live that rendition? I'm gonna
Yeah,
see if I
dude.
can find it, dude. Like that rendition of that ballpark
Yeah.
was like,
It's got the like. It doesn't even have like an outfield stand. It just collapses into the bay.
well, and they
and
don't
shit.
even they don't even show.
Yeah.
They don't even show. I can't find it, but they don't
No,
even.
there was another one where they showed the inside of it, and it was it's got like a fucking V-shaped outfield stand.
Yeah,
It's like that's raw. Yeah.
park rendition. I think would be the. Let's see, and yeah, I don't know, but yeah, they want to. So this is, I think, what they. Okay, that's the stadium now. Why would they? I know what the stadium looks like now. Yeah, I don't know, but like, yeah, they should have had a new stadium for a long time. The reason I hate the Giants, like, I don't like the Giants because it's like a Bay Area rivalry thing. I get it. Wait, hold on, stop. Hold on, we got some disagreement here. Listen, man, the A's are one of the poorest teams in baseball. If I were them, I'd hope a team. I would hope a team helps them or throws free money at them like Vegas did the Raiders. Okay, but here's the thing: where did the Raiders move from? Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Warriors left. Oakland. If you're always outbid as a city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they don't want you there.
Yeah.
They're fucking Tampa Bay is going to get a new stadium.
That's crazy.
Tampa Bay Rays are going to get a new stadium. You want to talk about a team that's fucking cheap as shit?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that the A's owners are not culpable. Trust me, I don't like the A's ownership. Like, I don't like it at all. I think it sucks. They don't fucking spend the money on the players.
William Bean.
Well, he's not even the GM anymore. He's not even the GM.
Like
he's like a
manager.
Yeah, he's assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, man. Like it's okay. Oakland doesn't have three. Like you lost all 3 teams. If it was just the A's, I'd believe you 100%. Like it just I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But pivot, A's are good.
Yeah,
A's are good, and I don't care. I want to move to Vegas, so I don't even care if they go to Vegas. That's gonna
be sad. I'd be sad if they moved. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Raiders ripped the Band-Aid off. They just did for me. It ripped I ripped the Band-Aid off. That was when I learned to never be tethered to like I'm tethered to them as a fan.
Yeah.
Right. These Oakland teams. But I never they don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
And the Raiders have given me far more reasons to hate my life than the A's have.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's
just the fans in Oakland for the A's are so hilarious, and and it's you like my take the other day about how it'd be so funny if the A's were like, yo, Raiders, just let us use your stadium for a minute. They put in the fucking outfield right on the 30-yard line, or the infield right on the fucking. And then
week 7 of the Raiders season. Fucking they're playing on infield dirt and getting rashes.
Yeah,
like, dude, what the fuck, Mark?
Yeah,
Mark Davis has just fucking PF Chang's grease all over his face. Like, hey. And
it'd be so funny if that went down like that. Dude.
Yeah. Giants won again. I know. I bet on them. Yeah, no, that's a nice win for me.
Yeah.
But no, they're good. They're good. The NL West, I mean, you want to talk about a team, go back a couple episodes ago. I was so discouraged by the A's 0-7 start. I said I wanted to be a Padres fan for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I did say that. It's on record. I won't run from it either.
You said they were going to be trash. Yeah, I remember you were saying on game 4, you were like, "Oh, it's
bad.
over."
It was bad. Like I just.
And now we're on top of the league. What?
Okay, but here's the thing.
That's
their
crazy.
run differential's gotten a little bit better. So run differential. If you look at the run differential, I'll share the screen right now. Let me just make sure I have no compromising evidence.
I will see. Yeah, every time I see the pitching, I'm like, "There's no way we can win."
It doesn't feel sustainable. It really doesn't. Like I just and look, I will say they're good at getting to the playoffs. I mean that does happen. Look at Boston, who the A's just took 2 out of 3 from. Well, this game's still going, but they're going to add to this run differential tonight. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
Plus 29, right? That's basically what is your team score against your opponent's score for the year.
That's literally what it is, right?
Yeah, that's all it is. There's no formula to it. It's just going
add them all up. Yeah,
exactly. So if you win a bunch of games 2-1, but all your losses are fucking 10-2, your run differential stinks no matter what your record is.
Yeah.
Now the A's -6, dude. Look at all the first place teams. Look at all the first place teams. 29, 66, 66. The Chicago White Sox. They're missing their 2 best outfielders. They're insane.
Are they going to play the Padres in the World Series or some shit?
Well, we're going to get to the Padres here in a sec.
Yeah.
The A's -6. Houston has a +44 run.
Okay, but most of those are from those like first 4 games, and that's why the 6 9
we're and again, we're going to cut the season into quarters. Sure, if you want to do that, I have no problem with that. You want to cut the season into quarters? You're right. No, this could be. I'm just saying, if you maintain this for the rest of the season, I don't know that you have this record. Sure. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. If you do that, you probably don't maintain the record. What the fuck is the National League at? I mean, it's a lesser league. I get it, but
it is.
San Diego 21-17, so they're better. But look at their run differential 27. That all this does right now is it tells you how sustainable their record is. That's all it is. I mean, look, the A's could shock the world. Fuck, dude. I mean, if you have a negative run differential, and now you got me thinking, like, how many teams MLB make playoffs with negative run differential? I just want to see what the clip is. So let's see.
Dude, we got 3 watching right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, hey, there's going to be more watching after the fact. I just wanted to see. Let's see. This is an old one.
Tucker Marks, what up?
Yeah, Tucker. And I hate watching that YouTube thing because there's a delay and it fucks you up. But I do like to see if anybody's actually watching. But there's like not that many teams. Yeah. Like playoff teams with negative run differential.
60 game season. Yeah.
Of course. I'm just saying they're gonna have to start blowing some teams out. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna have to start doing that. Now, I'm not a numbers over everything guy in baseball. In football, I kind of am, honestly.
But the A's losses are bad this year. They're like fucking football numbers,
Right. No, and like you said, they're still working their way back from that.
Because and if your starting pitcher gets blown out and your bullpen can't keep it in under wraps, you're not going to make it, like literally that's what that means, right?
Yeah.
10 plus runs and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't love Diekman as a closer. I mean, he's doing well. I'm just like, when does this
I don't know anything about him. Yeah.
Hey, he's just always a setup guy. It's like always a bridesmaid, never a bride situation where like sometimes you make the setup guy a closer.
Yeah.
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm not calling Jake Diekman a hoe, but I'm just saying
Nate Dogg. Yeah.
It's for him to decide, not me. Yeah. And he can pitch. I mean, he's been nails. I'm just like, when does this stop? Might not. But I was laughing because you and I were talking about because I used to pitch, right? And like I hate lifting weights. Like I like cardio. I love cardio. I like plyometrics. I love all that kind of stuff. I hate just sitting there and lifting weights. Beta, that's fine. This is alpha talk. Guy hates lifting weights. I'd understand if you called me that. And
it's hard to be a pitcher and not have some beta tendencies. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah, because you win all the time. You could have a career. You could have all the hitters. You could have a 300 opponent average and still win 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Hitting is
And
the
they're
other way
just
around. Hitting is the other way around. It's like I never win,
yeah,
and then you
yeah,
hit a home run
yeah,
and you go crazy.
yeah.
Like it's nuts.
It's a weird, yeah,
But like the reason pitching was funny too. Like no one lifts weights because like remember like David Wells and like fucking Bartolo Colon. These guys were like
yeah,
300 pounds,
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
mowing people down.
yeah.
Like it's the best thing. Like
Facts,
it's the best
facts.
thing. Now I will say pitchers do a lot of leg stuff, like leg press and shit like that, and
Yeah, yeah.
squats. Like the best pitchers like do that. So I can't say that. But yeah, bench pressing. Like I remember in basketball they said you're not supposed to bench press either because it like fucks with your jump shot motion.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
let me show you something, dude. I want to get your take on this. I posted it on Twitter the other day. Let me turn the volume down because this is gonna come in hot. But this is this Twitter guy.
Oh, yeah. Just
This-
before you switch the camera, we got a special friend. Right
Oh, cat time. Live cat docs, he says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live cat docs.
What do we
So
got? Oh,
okay.
I saw this. I totally
Okay.
saw this. Yeah.
So this is the video. I'll go through the tweet because it's very funny. The guy that tweeted it, it's like he was made in a factory to tweet this. It was like his magnum opus.
Yeah.
So it was very funny. So here we go. Let's go. So yeah, he hits a home run. Umpire was about to kill him. The old umpire was like, "I'm gonna kill you." Yeah.
Goes around the boom.
Okay. Couple things. First off, what do you think?
I mean,
oh, sorry. Let me say it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, dude. This guy.
Retired MLB.
I don't know.
player.
She gone. Yeah. Retired. Jeff Fry. I don't know. Of course I remember Jeff Fry. Yeah. But like look at him. This guy bleeds old baseball like that when you look at him. So yeah, crushes it, right? The guy crushes it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like if you're pitching.
First of all, who is it? What team is this?
They're playing in the back of a fucking community hospital. I mean, I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, I don't. That this is going to come into play on my take. I just want to hear your take first.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I lean old school baseball where that doesn't like piss me off, but I'm like, okay, like that's kind of corny and shit, you know. And you're definitely gonna get fucking beamed next time the pitcher has you up, you know, and everything. But yeah, I don't know. But also, baseball's hella unexciting for people, and ratings are down, and you know what I mean. And like, yeah. So I don't know. I'm like, I'm not like one of those like. I feel like Ben Shapiro has like a racially charged take.
Yes,
on that
no,
video.
and that's where this whole thing went. It went old guy yelling at cloud, old man yells at cloud, or it went to like. Some guy like, what's up, dude? Like, did you vote for Trump? Like, what's up, bro? BLM. Like, actually, this dude, like, this dude's actually woke. He did that because it was a thing from, just these dumb takes all over the place. And for me, one, I got to know what the score was of the game.
Yeah.
Got to know what the score was. Is this the bottom of the 8th inning? Back and forth, 7-7 game, right? Your team claws back. They were down 7-1. And then all game chirping, talking shit to each other, right? Him and the pitcher going back and forth, and then he just bombs one.
Yeah,
because it wasn't a walk-off. You notice it wasn't a walk-off.
Yeah,
that's why I was weirded out by the celebration. I'm like, what happened? Why was it your 500th career home run in the?
I know, exactly.
Valley Medical, softball or fast pitch league. Like I didn't know. That's what I didn't get about that. But
funny.
You end up seeing this dude go crazy, and I'm like, the game's not over. I don't think.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to know what the situation was.
He went around the ump, dude. That's funny, dude. Like,
I think the ump was kind of like the ump was fighting back something in his head.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he's seen a lot of baseball in the past too, and he's thinking like Joe DiMaggio would never do this.
Yeah.
And but he was just, we've come so far. Jackie Robinson. I always wondered about it.
He's got to take on the Negro Leagues being incorporated.
Yeah. He's like Satchel Paige. No, but what I also like about it is, like you said, you're gonna get beamed your next at bat. Now they're trying to phase that out of the game, but not this, and I think that's wrong.
Yeah, you gotta have some collateral.
That's where we're going in all sports.
Yeah.
All sports, it's you can celebrate after whatever you want, but we're taking away hitting calls. Look, I know it's for public health in the
That's
NFL.
why.
Like I get it in the NFL. Like you have guys that are more
Yeah.
athletic and faster than they ever been. So they're giving guys
Uh-huh.
concussions people have never had. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I get
That's
that.
why hockey's our only saving grace now. Like,
Yeah, and they
yeah.
don't care. They're just
Yeah,
like,
they don't care.
I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if I live till age 29.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've been playing pro hockey since I was 14.
Yeah.
But the what ended up where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so you're constantly limiting what people can do to regulate this on its own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would be like if after prohibition everyone was like, look, we're going to bring alcohol back. Okay, but here's some caveats. But they were like, we'll serve underage kids. You know what I mean? And it's well, no, like, can we roll this out in a more ethical way? You know, like there needs to be some common sense law to this. And now I'm not a fan of headshots. People see beamed. Beamed, that is a terminology in baseball that people get wrong all the time. Beamed means hit in the head.
Yeah.
Strictly in the head. Headshot. Not allowed.
Which
Terrible.
is bad. Yeah.
Terrible. My opinion.
Or like on the back.
If you hit a guy in
the
the head,
thigh,
if you hit a guy in the head, I know the ball slips out of pitcher's hand sometimes, your arm angle drops down. If you hit a guy in the head, suspended your next start. No, seriously, like just I'm sorry, you just for one, you should have to make a conscious effort not to hit a guy in the head.
Didn't that guy just get roasted in the face too just a couple of weeks ago, right? The fucking
Bryce Harper. Harper, I want to call it. Okay, think about Bryce Harper.
He's the hitter or the pitcher?
He was the hitter. He's a star. So like he was one of those guys. He was supposed to be LeBron James of baseball because he's been profiled by Sports Illustrated since like 16 years old.
Yeah.
He was like hitting bombs at like the Tampa Bay Stadium. Like,
Word.
But so, you know, when shit happens to him, it's a big deal. When you have a ball thrown at you in baseball, the first thing when you see that ball coming at you, this way.
Yeah.
Never this way.
Yeah. He totally leaned in.
Because he was cheating. In his head, he was saying, I'm swinging no matter what. So he had already opened up to swing.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones when the pitcher's just throwing gas and you're just like, well, I'm not going to see where this ball is going, so I'm just going to swing.
Yeah.
And that was the way he cheated in that way. So the face shot, when people say the pitcher hit him in the face, I'm going to defend pitchers here, be the better call Saul for pitchers.
He wasn't. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper hit himself in the face.
Yeah.
And that's why my client is innocent, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
but so that, and then Jonathan India by the Cardinals, and I think both were by the Cardinals, and that's the thing. Like that's why you suspend the pitchers, in my opinion, when that happens. Like, because I think the Cardinals did it twice. They hit this dude Jonathan India from the Reds in the head, and it was fucked up. Like he did everything right. It just clapped his head hella hard, and he was just like, "Fuck, dude." And so, like that happened. But like I said, nice one to the rib cage, shoulder. Hey, it hurts. Not gonna lie, it hurts like shit. But it regulates the game, right?
Yeah.
It regulates the game. Guys didn't become more obnoxious now. I don't think. Maybe a little bit, right? Maybe a little bit just from like social media and stuff. Guys were always obnoxious. You just had the enforcers, right?
Yeah.
Like wide receivers in the NFL now, they don't have to be as big. They don't have to have as much weight on them anymore because you can't fucking rock them, sock them, robot their head off. Like, you know what I mean? Anymore.
Free safety.
Like, yeah, exactly. You can be a small guy that just has burner wheels in the NFL now, and you probably play 10, 15 years in the league. But yeah, that was crazy. But I want to actually, that old guy's take is really funny though. He goes, "This makes me sad. We haven't taught this generation how to behave on the baseball. This is what they get. Let the kids play isn't the message we should be sending, obviously," which is like, it kind of is.
Don't let the kids play.
Yeah. I'm a big, not a fan of kids playing. Yeah. I just, that's where the culture, it's like, dude, just allow the pitchers to regulate it. And like I said, they might have had, this could have been I don't know anything about the situation. This could have been a rivalry that they've had forever. And if you're the pitcher, pitchers can celebrate too. Dennis Eckersley, everyone remembers the fucking little fist pump thing. Everybody could do that. You could just you strike again. Pitchers win more than hitters, just numbers wise. You strike the guy out, let him know.
Yeah,
but this dude's probably just incredibly good. Like this guy, he's probably just a big fish in a small pond at this school, where it's like that was my 38th home run in 2 weeks. Like you know, and then that's what I think happened there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's nuts. But shit, dude, the fucking So my beer's almost done, by the way. I forgot.
Fuck. Damn. How's your vape almost done?
It is. It's down. Look at it. You can see it's down. It's down
that's
bad.
when it starts tasting like a fucking
Here's the thing though.
A fucking pint.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I got shit. Can't see it. Got another cartridge.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It looked like the beer thing. What
No.
flavors you got? What fucking?
This is Durban Poison.
Okay.
That I have here. One of the nice sativa, and then Pineapple Express. I got a hybrid next. So they make this pineapple scented, which it's like I don't know. That to me,
that's the new thing.
I don't. I'm like I don't need that. Like that's.
Do you guys have those orchid pens down there?
No.
Have you ever seen
well,
those?
Maybe I don't know. I've just been doing heavy hitters.
Do I got the fucking battery? I don't know. I cut way back on weed and everything, but I'll hit the pen now and then. But the orchid one, it's like twice as fat, and it's got these special cartridges, and it's got a glass tip, and it just bangs, dude. It hits super hard.
Does it?
And and it's all like their brand of shit, you know. So they have like
you ever notice with vape pens, the first vape when you first buy the pen, it's the best pen you've ever had, no matter what.
Yeah.
You first buy it, you're like, why haven't I bought this before? And then
you're like, this is trash.
Like, 2 weeks later, it's clogged. It's fucking This is not high quality materials, man. Because I remember they've gotten similar. They've gotten like more simple, like because I remember when vapes first came out with the wax. You remember the ones where you used to dump the wax in?
Yeah,
like that used to come in like a legit kit, like sunglasses case with like a dabber and stuff, and like these ones are. I feel like they were better then. Like those, they were just stronger.
Now they just get them on like Alibaba. They manufacture like a billion of them and shit, and it's
No, it's.
I want to be like you know, like Lil Wayne will like never wear socks twice or shit. He'll just buy a new stuff. I don't do that with vape pen. Just like only the first quarter and toss it. You know, just like because it's fresh and shit.
There's not. Dude. You always think like sometimes like I've done that where I'm like, am I not high anymore? Like from this?
Yeah.
And then like I'll put it on like another pen. I'm like, oh my god, like Saving Private Ryan.
It's the Joe Biden pen.
Have me start fucking signing papers. I don't know. You know, and that's nuts.
You know, he ended the mask mandate. He's like, I'm tired of this fucking shit. This is so dumb.
It was just like,
I
don't
know.
He hasn't had a coherent thought in a long time. I think they're Zoolandering him really hard, with all the like propaganda. Poor guy. But
crazy.
Yeah. Well, shit. That's a good episode, man.
That was a good one. First live.
I forgot it was live halfway through.
Won't be the last.
No, I think we should just do the show live.
Yeah,
I think it'd be fun. I think it just bi-weekly live.
Wonder what our live viewers will be in like 2 years doing this shit.
A lot more than now, but I did. No, that's why I want to do it. I want to do like if we do every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. You know, right? I think that's what it means, right? Yeah. Bi-weekly is every 2 weeks, not twice a week, right?
It can mean both, but it usually means the every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Bi people always want it to be both. Tell you that much. And
or maybe I'm wrong on that, but I don't know.
You're the closest to right out of us two, I think. So okay, bi-weekly meaning 2 weeks, I think is good.
Every 2 weeks
we can do that. We'll just do it live. I don't see why not, because I still record it and we get I could just upload that, and then we're good. Yeah, exactly. So
thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. And this one was kind of on a whim. We'll plan the next one out a lot. He's at Crypto Psy on Twitter. That's Psy with a P. And I'm at Glenn Rockney. Follow the Twitter account Rare Candy Pod 1. And check out our other podcasts. If this is your first time tuning in, I know some of my Raider bros came in here. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And right on, guys. That's it for us.
All right. Peace.